What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Crossout Clanwars. We have the helios back on the menu today. It's been quite popular lately, and I hope you guys understand why, judging from the gameplay. I have some games for you today versus Czech Battle Team or CZBT. And these guys, they often clap us hard, so yeah, there's some pretty good games waiting for you when we actually do go ahead and get the win against them, which is super dope. The first game that we have here today is actually quite a strange game because we lose the first round here because I play way too defensively. I have the opportunity as a helios server, which you will also see me exploit later on, to be just so all over them and reposition hard on them and put some pressure on them from some awkward angles, but for some reason I just tend to not do so in the first rounds here. For whatever reason, I don't know. It is what it is. You can see how I'm trying to sneak up on them, and I'm trying to just get closer and closer and closer because you sort of have to get somewhat close to them for the helios to be effective. I don't want to go for cap as they have a guy there sitting on right side. And neither does any of us really want to go to cap because they have a full long range team, 3 Typhoon Spiders and 1 Scorpion Spider, so they are pretty decked out when it comes to equipment and all that stuff. So I'm just trying to get a good position on them right now, just waiting for their cloak to pop back up. And man, does that take a long time when you need it. But as soon as I get it, I try to move closer to them once again, here, go left side. They push up a bit though on left side, so I end up getting a bit too close for comfort. I would have wanted to stay just a bit more isolated with maybe just one target. I do manage to get some hits in on them still though, and that leaves a bit of room for some of the guys to push up. But as you can see, they still they land some pretty good hits on me. So I'm actually sort of stripped down early on into the match, which was a bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit sad to see them land such good hits. I didn't really expect that. But we still just try to do our best here, and I push up again to maybe see if I can just get some damage in while they look for the other guys down there. As soon as they turn their focus for me, I try to go back, but they just continue landing those hits on me. So it's really hard for me to get a good position. I should have probably repositioned here, maybe try to go for cap, see if I could get an opening over there. But at this point, I just call out that some of them is actually just breaking off here on left side. So we try to turn the focus on him, and as soon as I see them going for the shots in Isabella, I move out a bit because now I have some room to actually deal some damage. Not that I get to deal a lot, but a bit damage is better than no damage. At this point, I finally decide to try to rotate, which is also a good time to do so as they have someone decloaked down there. I can't really see him. There we go, one of them turned to take shots at me again, so I had to crawl back into cover once more, which is, yeah, it was stressful this match. Let's just say it the least. It was really stressful. I kind of mess up my jump here quite badly, but I managed to get up anyway. I tried to push up onto them here as we get closer to the 1 minute marker. We really just want one kill. As they start fighting there on my left side right now, I actually tried to go for that window, but they just keep an eye on me so well. They really had me under control for the entire match. But anyways, we get one of them burning, so I tried to just go up there and finish him for the kill to at least get the draw. But as you can see, they turned for me so quickly, so they just did such an amazing job when it comes to just hard focusing me. So we actually end up losing the first round here, so let's just move on to the second round. So the second round was a lot more interesting, as in really interesting. I wanted to just do something weird, and this is something I just do whenever I end up getting bored from the game, so to say. You know, these matches all end up being somewhat the same with strats and all that stuff, and it is fine for most of the part, but we really just we don't play for the rating, and we don't play to get like the highest possible position and make the most awesome plays. We just play to have fun. And if I get bored of doing the same thing over and over and over again, because we get the same map and the same enemy teams and all that stuff, I just want to do something strange. And since they have a full spider team, I figured it might make sense for me to try to put pressure them from behind, because if I can do that, then maybe I can actually leave some room for my allies to get closer to the enemy. And as you can see, I'm just like slowly pushing up here onto the enemy, while they are like all above me, because they all went for that top ramp in order to shoot down on the enemy. So I figured this is actually a pretty good spot for me, because I can either one, force them down from that top ledge and give my allies the high ground instead, or B, I can just harass them from here. So I figured, what a great idea, let's try it. Because it's something else. The thing we did before didn't really work, so why not just try something crazy? I've always thought about putting some pressure on people like from this angle when playing full spider teams that just wants to cover, to allow more room for my allies. Because as you know, if they go for me, if they decide to turn for me, then my allies have room. So I figured, let's give it a shot. So as you can see, most of the time here is actually spent just trying to harass whoever wants to fight me over here, while I really try to watch that map and try to look out for how many is up there and how many has broken off for me. Because if I can make as many of them as possible break off to try to get me, that will give a lot of room for my allies to actually get closer. So I just try to keep on fighting them. I see one of them cloak, so I push up a bit because I know that he is looking for me. So why not just try to take a position that he can't really figure, which results in me actually pushing up. I take a bit of a beating here because I get exposed a bit too much. While I retreat, one of them is really quick to rotate to me, so I actually lose a gun. But the fact that they have all looked for me has given so much room for our typhoons to push in. So now what actually happens is that we have the room to stun lock one of them. I can push out once more, and as you can see, the dude that I'm pushing out onto here, he is just being absolutely stun locked, so we can finish him. So that was actually a really good push by the guys here, meaning that we are now in a 3 versus 4. Exilla coming in, he tried to go for the flank around here while the guys stun locked, but one of them broke off. So we turned around and tried to go for him slowly. As you can see, they're pushing really hard out on that, like one side, and the other dude, they're pushing up. So we actually rotate around and start going for the guy who pushed left instead, who's in front of me. And as you can see now, he's stun locked. So the strategy worked so well because we could just pick them off one by one. We really didn't expect this in any way. We just wanted to give it a shot because, like, if we lost, we lost. It is what it is. There's so many other games that we can play. But the strategy just worked so much better than we expected. So now it's a 1-1. So moving on to the third game. Why not just try the same strategy once more? I actually went for it again, and they started looking for me once more, as you can see, which again gave the dudes so much time to actually gain ground on them, and we gained a lot of ground on them this time, which is super dope. You can see it here now. I fast forwarded just a bit to not make the video too long, considering that we only have like 2 best out of 3 games in this video, and it's still freaking 18 minutes long, so you're welcome, guys. But what happens here is that I didn't really get the data transmission because me and Isabella was actually like too far away from each other, so I didn't really understand that they were fighting already because no one really said anything. So I thought that they were just hidden somewhere that I couldn't see. But at this point I said, where the crap are they? And the guy said, we're fighting them, get your ass over here. So I did that, and they were already brawling, so that just gave me a really good position. Look at that, I can just sneak up behind them and get some shots in. But once again, they have, like, Czech Battle Team, they have some really good players. Let's be honest, they have some really good players. So they also just have, like, some really good map awareness, as you can see. And my map awareness there is, like, really bad because I drove into that dude and I really didn't see him at all. But we got him down nevertheless. Didn't really do much. I just helped a bit. But dealt some damage to the other guys, so I'd like to think that it was totally my fault that that second guy died. Probably not, but I'm still gonna celebrate. I don't care. So we can finish off the guys here with a well played third round, like a really well played game. We really had some good games here, so a very, very nice first game. So let's move on to the second game. Now the second game is actually also versus Czech Battle Team. We faced them a few times in the Clan Wars session that these recordings are from. And here in the second one, I was again like, I don't want to sit back and wait for the cannons to brawl. So I'll try to take a position. And then I was like, they're probably going to sit in caves and camp. So why not go over here and maybe see if I can force them out of the cave if I just like sit on the edge of cap. But to my surprise, and as you will see soon, they decided to absolutely nope, they will not camp the cave. We still like made it out quite alright, if I am to be honest. Right now I'm really just trying to figure where to go because they got a good pincher in on me here. I couldn't really go back because if I did so, I would just be cannon fodder for the guys with the high ground. And like if I went to cap, then yep, they had a guy or two guys sitting in there. Do they have one or two? I don't remember. I think they have two. Yep, two guys in there. So at this point, I feel like, oh shit, I'm scared. And I was like, sorry guys, I messed this up. But the gods were with me today. I was protected by some sacred angel, so we actually end up taking one of them down because of the typhoon stun and the damage from the helios. So what started out as a weird strategy that just weren't gonna work in any way, we ended up actually getting a kill from it, which is why I freaking love just doing random stuff in a team where I can actually do random stuff, that is, because if we were actually trying to push rating and things like that, I probably wouldn't go for the try. Here overstaying a little bit because 4 typhoons can knock you down even though you have a shield. As you can see, that first dual typhoon shot just took my shield away instantly. The second one dealt a lot of damage to me, so I just wanted to retreat, ran into the boys here. So the squad just helped me out big time and the guys actually pushed back, meaning that I could just deal a ton of damage and a ton of free damage. Look at that, 204 Kevin damage. And it can be way higher, it can still be way higher, but the helios, they're so mad against spiders because of the freaking damage and the movability of the helios of it. It's so freaking good. They just have one guy left now, which is sitting in cap. He is pretty badly wounded and we still 4 alive, so yeah, this one was quite alright. And then we literally only have 1 round left. The last round here was like a bit more of a classical round, so I don't know if there's much to say about it. So instead I just want to round off the commentary here and let you guys enjoy it, and once more say thank you so much for all of the support. If you are still watching here, drop a like down below, I would really appreciate it. The videos are getting so many likes right now and it really just helps out my channel with that exposure. So thank you to everyone. Also subscribe if you enjoy all of the Clan Wars series and stuff. And until next time, you guys must have an awesome day. Bye.
One cloaked somewhere near bridge.
2 salvos in on Gendos.
Where the hell did I get hit?
$500 on score.
700 Rayendos.
Getting close on the right, I think they're peeking now.
The Yendos is somewhat damaged now.
Really close on right.
Back up, give them ground.
I'm trying to go for Yendas, but my cloak will run out. Yendas is burning.
Keep him stunned, keep him stunned. fucking go down already, you bastard.
They behind us.
Okay, I got cap canned. I literally can't turn.
Rotate to enemy games, just back off Axel and Isabella. We do not want to fight at pork up close.
Yep.
How they're fucking stunlocking me. Jesus. Yandos can't, he's a burning cabin. Fucking yeah.
1000 on under.
I'm gonna go down very
I'm gonna
soon.
finish under. I'm gonna finish under.
Alright.
Probably if you would stop running.
Do you need help?
I think I'm good. There you go.
What? Oh! He shot my back covers off. I'm useless.
Yeah, get in cab then. It's gonna be pretty close, boys.
Going in.
Cap can.
Isabella, run away, go to enemy spawn, just try to stay alive. It's a draw even.
Okay. If I could move.
I'll tank a shot for you.
No, I don't want to go in. Okay, I'm going in.
Stay alive, you
Ah,
can't
no,
kill him.
don't.
His cloak is coming in. Run away!
Just don't let him cap and you'll be good. He might not even have enough time
Oh,
to
he can't.
fool you.
This is where I get too cocky because I want to bully him, but I think I'm gonna die from it.
Well, I'm in a safe space now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the time to cap, you're good.
Ah, fuck!